Okay, good morning everybody. So today we're going to continue with Julius Caesar, right? Uh, okay, so we've already completed Act 1 of the play. Now we are in the middle of Act 2, Scene 1, right? So you remember what the background to this part of the play is, right? Julius Caesar is is going to be the emperor of Rome. He's going to be the ruler of Rome, and he has just returned from a battle, right? He's returned from a battle with the sons of Pompey. Pompey was one of the contenders to the throne of Rome, right? He just returned from a battle with the sons of Pompey, and they have been defeated by Julius Caesar. So Julius Caesar returned triumphant to Rome, and the people welcomed him. The commoners, the artisans, the peasants of Rome go to welcome him. There's a huge stadium in which the games, the victory games are held, right? And Caesar is offered the crown of Rome 3 times, but he refuses it, right? Now, Caesar is triumphant throughout Rome except for a small body of men. This body of men are dead against Caesar. They want to assassinate him. Okay? So this group of conspirators, they're led by Cassius. Cassius is the person who wants to assassinate Julius Caesar, but he cannot do it alone. So he tries to bring in noble people of Rome, the noble people of Rome like Brutus and others, right? So here in this part of the play, the group of conspirators meet at Brutus's house in Rome, and they're going to swear allegiance. They're going to promise themselves that Caesar will be assassinated soon. So Brutus says, right? Brutus says, okay, now they're in the house of Brutus, all the conspirators are gathered. So Brutus says, give me your hands all over, one by one. So, you know what the Roman handshake is like? It is not like this. They didn't shake hands like this. They shook hands like this, right? Each Roman, yes, they held it by the forearm, right? So they all, shake their hands. Give me your hands all over, one by one. And Cassius says, and let us swear our resolution. Resolution is from the word resolve. Resolve means when you made a firm decision. Let us swear our resolution to each other. What are they resolved about? To assassinate Caesar, right? So now Brutus says, no, not an oath. We don't want an oath. We don't want to just swear. We don't want to just word. We don't want just words. If not the face of men, he continued. If not the face of men, the sufferance of our souls, the times abused. If these be motive weak, break off the times, and every man hence to his idle day. Right? He says, if the sufferance of our souls. Now, what the conspirators are thinking is that under Caesar, there's a lot of tyranny in the empire. Under Caesar, it's a tyrannical regime under Caesar. So what can the citizens do? They can merely, acquiesce. They have to agree. Whatever the emperor says, you have to agree. That characteristic of a person which makes him, yield to tyrannical or overbearing sort of rules and regulation. That characteristic of a person is called the sufferance, right? So you see, under Caesar, the citizens of Rome have to suffer, right? So Brutus says, the sufferance of our souls, the times abused. Now, the abuse of time. So it's a time of, this age in Rome in which people are, mercilessly abused, right? It is the age, it's the time, it is the characteristic of the, the, what do you say, in Kannada you say kala. ಆ ಕಾಲದ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಗುಣ, right? So, so the times abuse. If these be motive weak, if these be motive weak, if these motives are not enough for us to decide to assassinate, they are strong motives, right? Because they are actually, according to the conspirators, they are actually, being put under the thumb of Caesar. But it may not be like that. So if these conditions are not enough, if these be motive weak, break off betimes. Let us now give up. Let us now disperse. Let us now break up our conventicle. Conventicle is a meeting. Nocturnal conventicle. Nocturnal is something that happens at night. So this meeting is happening at night. It's a nocturnal conventicle, right? So break off with that. Let us break up our meeting, our nocturnal meeting, and every man hence to his idle bed. So let us, each of us, go and sleep in our beds idly. We're not going to do anything about this. Let us decide that, and we'll go home and sleep like idle people. So let high-spirited tyranny rage on. Okay? So let high-sighted tyranny rage on. High-sighted. So how does a tyrant look upon the people he is persecuting? He looks upon them like this. High-sighted, right? He looks down their noses. So Julius Caesar apparently is supposed to be persecuting the Romans. So let high-sighted tyranny rage on till each man drop by lottery. Till each man drop by lottery. Now, when can you say a person will drop? When can you say a person will die? It's a matter of chance. It may happen now, it may happen tomorrow, it may happen anytime. So okay, is it recording? Okay, so this thing, the time in which you die, you cannot choose it, right? So till each of us dies by chance, when it's supposed to happen, till each of us drops by lottery, let this persecution, let this government rule on in Rome, right? So this is what Brutus is saying, right? But if these means if these motives, which he has spoken about just now, all the persecution, the tyrannical, overbearing governance of Caesar, if these, as I'm sure they do, bear fire enough. Fire means it's a motive force. If these do not make us act, if these do not motivate us, right, bear fire enough to kindle cowards and to steal with valor the melting spirits of women. So these motives are so strong that they will kindle cowards. Kindling a fire, you just make a small fire into a roaring fire by kindling it. So cowards will be kindled by these motives. And the melting spirits of women, spirits of women. Women may be strong, like they may talk, right? But they can hardly do anything, right? Physically they cannot. The strength of a woman is in a tongue, right? So you see, to steal with valor, to make the melting spirits of women strong, these motives, right? Even women will rise up, okay? If these bear fire enough to steal with valor the melting spirits of women, okay? Then countrymen, what need we any spur but our own cause? These motives are enough, so we don't need an oath. These conditions are enough. These are the motive forces enough, and the cause is just. This is how they convince themselves. You see, they're going to assassinate the emperor. This is how they, convince themselves that what they were doing is right, right? So, what need we any spur but our own cause, right? Our own cause. These are motives enough. Okay, they're strong enough. So we don't need any other reason to prick us to redress. Redress is set right, set right. So we don't need anything else to set things right. These are the motives which are existing, and these are enough to make us act. What other bond than secret romance that has spoke the word and will not falter, right? What other bond? We don't need any other bond. We don't need to swear an oath. We don't need to, make an incision, join the blood together and say we are one. We don't need any such things, right? We don't need any such, signs of unity, right? So the bond we have is that we are Romans, we have spoke the word, we have decided, and we will not falter, we will not hesitate, right? And what are the oath then? Honesty to honesty engage. What other oath do we need? We are honest, I am honest, all of us are honest. So honesty to honesty engage. Our motive is pure, our intention is good. What other motive do you say? They're going to assassinate an emperor. See? This is how they, sort of turn it over and over in their minds. Right? And then honesty to honesty engaged. That this shall be or we will forward. That this shall happen. This shall happen, or in case something doesn't happen according to plan, we will forward. That's all that there is to it. They're prepared to give up their own lives for the sake of Rome. Right? Swear priests and cowards and men cautelous. So Brutus says, who should take an oath? Who should swear an oath? Swear priests. Priests, they're always praying, God this, God that. When it comes to action, we lift up this bucket of water to a priest. Who's there? Come and lift up this. No action. Just, praying. Right? So, swear priests and cowards. That cowards swear the oath. Right? Swear priests and cowards and men cautelous. Cautelous is diseased men, right? Men who are diseased. With such men swear an oath, right? Old feeble carrions. Carrions are dead bodies. Old people, those who are on the brink of death, right? Old feeble carrions, cadavers, old feeble carrions, and such suffering souls, right? Such suffering souls that welcome wrongs, right? Those who welcome wrong, those who used to be stepped wrong, those who used to be put under the thumb, let those people swear. Let them take an oath. But do not stain unto bad causes swear. Unto bad. So you can take an oath of something that doesn't, it's not a good cause, it's a bad cause. Unto such causes you can take an oath. Unto bad causes swear. Such creatures is meant out, right? So if you're a man, according to Julius, once you make a decision, you will stick to it, right? You will not swerve. You will not, unchange your mind. You will not change your mind, right? You will be firm in your decision. If you are not a firm man, then you are a bad man. So if you are, an insecure or wavering sort of mind, if you are such a person, then you need to take an oath. But what about us? We are strong, we are firm, we are solid, we are Romans, according to Julius. Right? But do not stain the even virtue of our enterprise. So let not an oath stain. You know what a stain is? Like you have a white shirt and you spill a drop of ink. Stain, right? Now, the even virtue of our enterprise, God is calling an entrepreneurial spirit. We want to do something new, right? So it's our enterprise should not be stained by an oath, right? So, nor the insuppressive metal of our spirits. Metal is, again, it's the firmness. Our spirits are resolved, right? that cannot be suppressed. Insuppressible metal, METTLE, not METL, of our spirits. To think that or our cause or our performance didn't need an oath. So our cause, our performance of our deed, that is assassination of Caesar, all these do not need an oath. Right? When every drop of blood that every Roman bears, and nobody bears, is guilty of several blasphemy. So it says, okay, if he do break the smallest particle of any promise that had passed. So you see, this is the final mission of Brutus. He says, if any of us become, if any of us waver in our decision, then what should happen? Okay, let every drop of blood that every Roman bears, every Roman citizen, every drop of blood in every Roman citizen, and each Roman citizen is a noble citizen. Okay, each drop of blood is nobly borne by the noble citizens of Rome. If they swerve, if they fail in the enterprise, then every drop of blood should be guilty of several bastardy. Now, bastardy is a child whose parents are unmarried. Right? So let every drop of blood be guilty of several bastardy. If he do break the smallest particle of any promise that hath passed, any of us break the smallest iota of the promise we have made, let Rome fall into such ruin. Right? So this is the actually